The science of human movement is applied functional science. As movement professionals, we have the privilege to literally encourage transformation in the lives of others. We have the privilege to empower bodies, enhance minds, and enrich spirits. We have this power because of our understanding of human movement. Because of this, we also have a huge responsibility to learn more about human movement than anybody else in the world. We literally need to know how this body acts and interacts with the world, how it acts and interacts with itself, and how it acts and interacts with others. In the mid-1970s, as I was being trained as a physical therapist, and then being trained as an athletic trainer, and then as a strength coach, and then ultimately a personal trainer, I quickly realized that the common denominator to all of this is human movement. I had to be able to effectively evaluate and analyze the individual in front of me to determine how I would best go about rehabilitation, taking care of them and treating them based on their functional disability. I also realized that I had to be able to analyze them to know where I need to take them in order that they can do what they want to do and need to do better, to enhance their performance, to basically take them through a training and conditioning program that will dramatically impact their lives. As I began to learn more and more about what I needed to know, I realized that I really didn't know it that well. I didn't understand the miracle of the human body. I didn't understand how the human body did what it does. And therefore, we went on a pursuit of the truth of human movement. That pursuit of human movement is applied functional science. This truth is founded upon an understanding that we want to have an evidence-based system by which to analyze and evaluate, and by which to create performance, in other words, in order to train somebody, in order to treat and rehabilitate somebody based on as them as an individual and based on what their needs are. It's all what we would call context dependent to the person. Therefore, we realized that there's a lot we needed to learn. We needed to gather information from the scientific world. As a result, we asked ourselves, what do we need to know? And we realized that we needed to know about the earth that we live on and what's unique about the environment that we're in and what's unique about how we interact with this environment. And then we said, strange enough, we need to know more about how this body works. What's going on here? How do the bones move? How do the proprioceptors do what they do? They're kind of like magic. What are the muscles doing there? And how do they get it done? And how does it all come together? How does the body really move? And then we realized there's a big part of, so what's deep down in that person? What's deep down in me? What's driving me to want to be the best I possibly can be in order to allow that person to be the best? If I want them to be the best, I really need to know the science of human movement better than I can even imagine. Therefore, we went to the scientists to help us. We went to 3 groups of scientists and said, we need your help to develop what we call applied functional science. We went to the physical sciences and we said to the physical scientists, tell us about this physics. Tell us more about this Newton guy. Tell us more about what's going on in this world and the environment that we live in. And then we went to the biological scientists, which include obviously the biomechanics of it all, the neurology of it all, the physiology of it all. And we said, tell us about how this thing works. In other words, what is the incredibleness of the human body? How is it put together? What do I need to know in order to effectively create environments to allow this body to get better, to change, to be the best it can be? And then we ultimately went to the behavioral scientists and said, we need to learn a lot about this from you all as well. We need to know what helps us drive our individuals, those that we get to treat, those that we get to train. How do we create an environment that is encouraging and enhancing and empowering and enriching for them? Therefore, the pursuit of applied functional science. Applied functional science is the science that we call the physical sciences, the biological sciences, and the behavioral sciences. And as applied functional scientists, wanting to do the best we can possibly do in order to give the best we possibly can to allow the individual in front of us to be the best they possibly can be, we need to understand what's included in those sciences and how we use the truths of applied functional science to create those transformational environments.